feminine reading. I just did the masculine reading. It is good. I also had to pull my hair out. I said, oh my goodness. Where I had leaned my head back, I said they're going to think I done threw a wig on my head that was cocked to the side. Like, no. This is actually my hair that's thick, and I flat ironed it myself. You see what I mean? But let's go into the feminine energy. This is interesting. When I pulled the Rider-Waite for the feminine to start out with, this is a different new place. And I think you're gonna like it. But you're shocked and surprised about it. So I really don't know where you are. Hi guys, it's me. It's Dr. Latishia Rae. I know on the masculine I gave more of an introduction. Some of you might be here first. I wanted to give a physical presence. One, saying congratulations on where you guys are. Yes. And then two, you know, this journey's real, right? It's real. Like real deal Holyfield. I did not expect to come in here on any type of healing capacity whatsoever. I actually thought it was just going to be just fun, which it is fun. I have fun here. I have a lot of fun here. But it's real. There are transformations that are happening, life transformations, and you have witnessed it. Rock on. This right here has you guys at the 9 of Wands. I just have to get right into it. It has you at the 9 of Wands. And this is almost like you're on guard. You're kind of on defense a little bit, but not really. It's almost like you're standing back and you're looking. And I'm like, well, what are you looking at? What are you standing back and looking at? You can actually see that in the Rider-Waite. I said I wasn't going to do too much of the card instruction anymore because we're past that, moving on into the next year. Most of you already have your own decks. We're really here about the messages at this point. I did a lot of card instruction before, so you can catch that in any of the old videos. But at this point, it's about getting the message and getting it good and getting it right. So then we have the 2 of Wands in reverse. So it's almost like you're on guard because you are surprised. Surprised about what? The 10 of Swords. And you got to understand that the swords are this is up here. This is your mental space. So you're surprised that you are no longer in the Queen of Wands position, which is the action space. Queen, you're surprised that you've put an end to that, is what's happening. Almost like you're not trying to make things happen anymore, which is what I just left the masculine energy saying. It's like you're not trying to make things happen, even though, you know, there's heavy talk about the karmic energy, but the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy had a manipulative component to it, but not for the demise, but it's still aligned to that codependency. Almost like I'm going to manipulate you to do better, to have good, to have your desires, what you want. You know, I'm going to support you in getting to where you'd like to be. But it's still understanding that a person has to come to those conscious awarenesses on their own. They just have to. And without coming to those conscious awarenesses on their own, they just don't make it there in the action space. It's like if you're going to think it for them and then they never align in the feeling space, then the odds of them getting to the action space is what? Slim to none. So I just pulled it to see where is this coming into. This is a masculine energy. So this is actually showing up for the feminine energy when it comes to the masculine energy. That you are no longer doing that, you're no longer heavy in that action space when it comes to the masculine energy. Is there anything else about this that's coming out with the Lenormand to kind of explain it even more about you not being in that space? You're standing out. You're standing out because I'm getting with the masculine energy is used to you doing that. Used to you doing the things that you would do. So it's almost like I'm used to this person they're used to the feminine energy being overbearing, being extra, putting in more of the work, being more aggressive. And that's not feminine energy. That's not divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is very being, very receptive, very magnetic, very receiving. It's the receiving energy, the creator of things, not necessarily going in and actually with that physical space of doing things. So what seems to be happening right now is that I'm getting almost like, I think it was shock the shingles over at the masculine energy. You guys are shocked the shingles too. But it's really a surprise in how you're handling yourself. I'm getting that many of you have recognized that when you get ready to say or do this to try to make something happen, you don't. You don't. You're like, I'm thinking this, I desire this, but I'm going to see if this arrives to me versus going in and trying to make it happen. It seems like it's also causing you to have a more fulfilling experience in your relationships, not even just with your masculine energy, but also with others. You're no longer in the driver's seat to make sure that relationships happen. And this is also going into not just your relationship with your complement. This is also your relationship that you had with other people. That it's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you not to do extra. It's okay for all of that. And things are still working out for your good. Almost like your sit back game is happening. But your sit back game wasn't there before because the feminine energy is like, I gotta make it happen. I gotta make it happen for everybody. Says who? Who told you that? Oh my God, it's almost like going back to the masculine energy. Who gave you so much responsibility as to what happens in the physical? So the feminine, look, that enduring love, same thing that came out in the masculine reading, that you're coming up and it's just like, look, you've been having those enduring relationships, which means that it really wasn't love to you or the other person. You were actually enduring your relationship with people, and it's not just the masculine energy. What's coming in strong here is that you're enduring relationships with a lot of different people, meaning that I have to do this in order for this relationship to happen. You guys have stepped back. You have stepped back and you're starting to see things. And in seeing things, you're also recognizing your value in the people's lives around you. But before, you were doing so much that you weren't getting that value reflection back to you, which is good because you're divine feminine. You should be receiving. You should be receiving as your promise. This isn't an easy journey. You're actually taking the independent leap over your mountains, which is interesting because we come out with the bird, then we come out with the mountain, but the mountain also has the bird flying over it when it comes to the Lenormand. So you're actually scaling over your mountains now. Before, they seemed so large because you went down to deal with your mountains. And now you're recognizing, oh, I'm supposed to scale up, stay high, just like the masculine energy. You're supposed to be on eagle status, not chicken status. So it's like, if I am on eagle status, I'm sorry, my plant seems to be itching me a little bit in the back, which is interesting because that never happened. So what am I being reflected at this point in time? You're getting your back scratched too. When it comes to the people in your life, you're not just scratching backs. You're scratching the other people are scratching your back. That's the reflection that's coming for the feminine energy. So in taking a step back that you're doing right now, what's happening is that it's opening doors for people to begin to scratch your back. That it's not just you that is doing the doing. The feminine energy is starting to recognize now that they're moving into team. And moving into team means that people are coming into their lives that they can actually count on to support them. But before you were able to get to that place, you had to actually move you actually had to take flight and fly above the mountains that were in your life and not have these enduring relationships that actually weren't benefiting you. Almost like people would show up, hear what you had going on, hear the plan, but they didn't offer any type of support in helping you develop the plan, helping you develop the idea, helping you create the experience that they were going to share in. They just wanted to know. They just wanted to know. And they wanted to know for their own gain. And I'm getting that that's going away for the feminine energy, that you're taking that independent leap out, and that you actually learned this also, because we even have the child position coming out similar to the masculine, that you learned the position that you had with a lot of people in your life simply from that child view. And that's what's changing heavy for you, feminine energy. And you're starting to recognize that the conflicts and competitions that it seems like you were always in came from initial conflicts and competitions that were actually sent your way when you were younger. Almost like if you had trouble where it seems like there's third party energy that would actually come into your life, and that third party energy would come in with your compliments and things of that sort, you're starting to recognize that that's not new. That's not new. It's just a matching energy that was showing up on your side, and you're kind of cutting that out. You're not just enduring relationships, enduring love anymore. You're moving past that. You're on the move. You're moving forward. You're saying, if this isn't a relationship that is supporting me, if you're not adding to me, I don't feel guilty about not having it, and I'm getting family, friend, foe. You're really serious about it. You're releasing the guilt and the judgment about, I have to be there. I have to get the event going. I have to follow up. I have to bring the people together. I have to secure the relationship. I have to maintain the relationship. You're like, I don't have to do any of that, is what's coming up with the feminine energy. You're recognizing that's not something I have to do anymore. You're putting an end to that dead coffin. So we have two ends, and it is something. You're putting an end to the lies I'm getting, just like they came out. This is mirror, mirror on the wall, union, union, union. The energies are aligned. I honestly need to just do them together at this point. But you guys are definitely putting an end to all of that. You don't feel guilty and you don't feel bad. It's almost like, I begged these people to show up for me. I gave so many opportunities for these people to show up for me. I showed up for these people so many times to align with them, to come up with plans. Let's do this. Let's do this. Almost like you were just kind of pulling. I want these people to be a part of my rise. And you're starting to realize that you just have to take flight, because they were actually part of the mountain that you couldn't get past. Is what's happening with the feminine energy. That's beautiful. Let's see if we have anything coming through with the angels and ancestors for the feminine. Oh gosh. And you know what, I recognize that we didn't actually start out with a universe card either. I might pull one and see what we get, especially if none of these come out. So these are temperamental. They come out when they're ready. That just happened in the masculine too. It's like, look, we're not ready for that yet. It's interesting how you can be guided in order as well. It's like, follow the order. Okay, see what I mean? This is what was to go first. Card didn't come out. I was guided to it. Then it's ready. Beautiful. Do you know what's a million times better than getting to the top of the mountain? Are we not talking about the mountain? Getting there after having been lost. Oh yeah, the universe. You guys have had this recently before too. This is big. It is the appreciation of your journey is what's happening for the divine feminine energy. A strong appreciation of your journey. You felt lost so many times, not sure what's what, if you need to be doing this, if you need to, some of you were like, do I need to check myself in somewhere? Probably helps to have me appearing. And you guys, there are a lot of counselors on this channel. There's a lot of counselors on this channel. You pull the vibe that you are. You know, there's a lot of counselors, a lot of spiritual leaders, a lot of teachers, It's interesting. My clients on here, they are the professors, they are the clinicians, they are the spiritual teachers. And definitely, you guys, I'm thinking also like there needs to be some type of a network. So if additional people are wanting that support, then you guys are able to, oh yes, master, be graceful in movement and action. Then you guys are able to be kind of registered in some type of way of actually clinicians who are aware of the twin flame journey. You don't want anything other than that, because they're not gonna know what to do with you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Be graceful in movement and action. So it's just like the masculine energy. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to move forward, and you're ready to put those things in place that you have not had in place in years. It is the time. The energy is ripe for you. There is nothing that's stopping you. The mountains are gone. The mountains are gone. You figured out how to move the mountains. And in moving the mountains, you recognize that the only blocker you had was the energy that you kept around you just for the sake of comfort. That it wasn't supporting you really in any type of way. Any type of way. Is there anything else here? I guess not. Are we done with the feminine? It seemed like it happened so quick. Let's see. Yeah. Bottom. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. You're moving into now, not necessarily going into that action space. You have ended that. You are exchanging your energy to create the abundance of your life. You're not doing so much to get so little. You're actually doing a lot less and getting a lot more. You're exchanging your energy for the abundance to come into your life, not your physical well-being. You will notice that you are healthier. You will notice that you are happier. You will notice you are brighter, and you will notice that you are lighter. When you stop exchanging all of this to make things happen, you're just exchanging the natural energy that you produce. And it is bringing in the abundance in your life. Way to go, Divine Feminine. Welcome to everybody that has arrived on this channel. We are getting ready to rock out in 2020. You hear me? So much is coming down the pipe. I know you're getting downloads because I'm getting them too. And I already know where you are. It ain't even no point in saying take flight. You guys are already up and you're just trying to figure out where you're going. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others. See you guys soon. See you.